is right, Rick. Good evening, everyone. Once again, we are talking about those winds that we'll be picking up for tomorrow. The winds won't be as strong as they were earlier this week, but we will still see some gusty winds, especially in those mountain locations. But that live look outside, Santa Monica looking gorgeous. We do have a few high clouds in place, but here's a look at the latest watches and warnings. So the high wind warnings areas in orange extend for the LA and Ventura County mountains. They don't start till tomorrow morning, but that will take us into Sunday. At the coast, we are under a wind advisory as well as a red flag warning, and that will extend further inland. So again, those mountain areas could see gusts up to 60 miles an hour, but that is expected by tomorrow morning. But take a look at the winds out there tonight. Isn't this nice? The very nice light winds. So enjoy it for now, because tomorrow morning is when those winds expect to pick up. Let's take a look at that timeline. So clear and breezy out there tonight, and with those clear skies, we do expect those temperatures to drop dramatically. But what will happen tomorrow is the Santa Ana winds will be picking up. Santa Ana winds coming in out of the north and east. In the valleys, we could see sustained winds up to 30 miles an hour, 40 in the mountains, but gusts could pick up to 50 miles an hour in the valleys and 60 in the mountains. I'll have more on your weekend forecast coming up. Sharon, back to you.
All right, Jack.
Those bells and whistles over at the baseball field.
It's more
good
profitable
for you guys.
than a bake sale.
That's true.
You know? Especially if you're guys.
That's true.
You know what? You're right.
A little more masculine with the Christmas trees, I think, but we get the idea.
Some guys get bake.
Sorry, guys. Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about the weather. Just the one we thought the winds were going to go away for good. Not so much, huh?
Yeah, they're coming back, but not as bad. So that's the best news.
Well, that's good.
Thank you.
I'll take that.
We'll take what we can get, right? And happy Friday, everyone. But you're right. The winds are going to come back a little bit starting tomorrow morning, picking up in the mountain areas. And in fact, high wind warnings have been issued for the mountains, and that will start for tomorrow morning. But as we look live outside, at least we're not seeing the camera shaking tonight. We've got nice calm winds, our Sierra camera. We do have a few high clouds that have pushed in, and temperatures are cooling down. But overall, it's a nice, pleasant, quiet, and calm Friday night. So let's enjoy the calm weather before those winds start to pick up. And they will be picking up by tomorrow morning in the mountains of LA and Ventura counties. And that's why we do have the high wind warnings in place. Red flag warnings in place as well at the coast. Not only that, but wind advisories. It's going to be breezy and it is going to be dry. And inland, we've also got the wind advisories for the San Bernardino Mountains. So the only area with the high wind warnings for now are the mountains of LA and Ventura County. So we'll keep a close eye on those winds for you, but they should be picking up by tomorrow morning. But other than that, take a look at our winds right now. We've got calm winds, barely any winds from downtown to Pomona to San Bernardino. That's what we like to see after a week with these very strong winds right around 1 mile an hour. Malibu, a little bit breezy with winds coming in out of the west right around 10 miles an hour. The winds will shift more out of the northeast by tomorrow afternoon, so it will be a Santa Ana wind. Temperatures today still running about 5 degrees below average. We made it to 64. Normal high this time of year, 69 degrees. But take a look at those temperatures down into the 40s and 50s tonight. So those temperatures are dropping. I want to show you the weather setup. This is what's going up. We've got a ridge of high pressure just off to our west. We're right in between that and this area of low pressure. That's what was bringing us the winds this weekend or this week. And then as we head into the weekend, another low will be dropping in. As this other low drops in, we'll be right back into that same sort of situation. Again, the winds won't be as strong, but we will still have those northeast winds kicking in. I'll break down your full weekend forecast in just a little bit. Sharon, back to you.
Jackie.
She feels better. That's right. It's the time of year and also the sort of weather where everyone starts to feel sick, whether it be allergies or colds, and the winds are picking up again tomorrow, folks, but the good news is on this Friday night, very pleasant out there, calm conditions for now. We're looking live outside, a nice night out there, but it is getting chilly. I know Sharon and Rick were mentioning how cool it is out there. Temperatures will get down into the 40s and 50s for lows. We do have that red flag warning, high wind warning in effect for the mountain areas and wind advisories further inland starting tomorrow morning, and that will take us through the weekend. But check out these winds right now, nice and light. light, and that is great news. But tomorrow morning, those winds should start to pick up. You can see in Palmdale right around 11 miles an hour. Everywhere else under 5 miles an hour. You can see further inland. Big Bear at 6, 2 in San Bernardino, Riverside checking in at 4, and in Ventura County, where you will see the stronger winds by tomorrow, because these will be more of a Santa Ana wind, so more of a northeasterly wind. In fact, you can see on the wind gauges here, those winds are starting to shift a little bit. So again, tomorrow the winds will be picking up. We've got temperatures into the 60s. I'll tell you how long the winds will last coming up in just a few minutes. Rick, back to you.
So come on out and join us from 10 to 4. We're going to be out there. So
Nice.
And it's fun. I did it last year.
You did do it last year.
Yes, and there's so many nice people, and they get so many toys, so it's amazing.
Great.
But I would come to see you and I would ride in a car with you. You're a good driver.
Tell
Really?
Rick that.
Rick maybe disagrees. All right, you know what? It is going to be great weather, actually. By Sunday, temperatures will be comfortable into the 60s. Last year it rained for that, so at least we don't have any rain this year. We do have some winds, but the winds will be at their strongest by tomorrow, but nothing as strong as those winds that we had earlier this week. But we're looking live outside, and what a gorgeous shot we have for you there in Long Beach. A little bit of fog starting to push in. A nice, calm, quiet conditions. It is a little on the chilly side out there tonight. The winds will start to pick up tomorrow, and that's when the high wind warnings go into effect for the mountains, as well as the red flag warnings. Everyone else dealing with the wind advisories. But again, keep in mind the warnings will just be for the mountains of LA and Ventura counties. So we do expect to see some gusty winds there. Could pick up to around 60 miles an hour at times. But temperatures tonight getting down into the 40s and the 50s. So those will be our overnight lows. That's our temperatures right now. Take a look at our highs from today. We were into the 60s. So temperatures in most areas were running about 5 degrees below average. Take a look at these overnight lows. However, Ojai 32 for the low, 44 in Oxnard, downtown LA 48, 38 for the low in Temecula. Next 24 hours looking like this. So for tonight, we've got those chilly temperatures getting down into the 40s. Tomorrow morning, when you head out the door, you'll notice those winds have started to pick up. Sunny skies, temperatures into the mid 50s. And then by the afternoon, sunny skies, mild temperatures with highs into the mid 60s. If you are headed to the coast, just remember small craft advisory is in effect. Eventually, these winds will be gusting up to 30 knots. Surf will be 1 to 3 feet, and swells out of the southwest will be 4 to 6 feet. So good surf out there. Just be careful, folks. All right, take a look at that extended forecast. We've got highs into the 60s this weekend into next week. But the next 2 days, again, those will be the windiest days of the week. And again, we do expect those winds to pick up in the mountain areas where we could see winds gusting up to 60 miles an hour. But again, temperatures will be on the cool side, especially into your Monday, where highs in the valleys will only warm into the upper 50s. Sharon and Rick, back to you.
Chilly this